Every single time you flush your toilet with the lid raised, you are launching thousands upon thousands of microscopic droplets high into the air, where they can then drift and settle onto all kinds of nearby surfaces. Think your toothbrush, your sink, your countertops, and even the towels hanging nearby. Although your eyes cannot detect this invisible spray, simply getting into the routine of lowering the lid before you flush is one of the most effortless yet effective habits you can adopt to minimize the spread of these particles and maintain a noticeably cleaner bathroom environment. This small action takes barely a second of your time, doesn't cost you a single penny, and can genuinely contribute to a more hygienic space for you and your family. Now, let's talk about something else you might be overlooking. When was the last time you actually washed your bath mat? Think about it. Every single time you step out of the shower, that mat soaks up water, dead skin cells, natural body oils, and whatever residue happens to be on the bottoms of your feet. And when that mat remains warm and damp for extended periods, it creates a perfect breeding ground where fungus can flourish and multiply. If you keep stepping onto that contaminated mat again and again, you are significantly increasing your risk of developing athlete's foot or even stubborn fungal toenail infections, particularly in households where multiple people share the same bathroom. To prevent this, make sure you hang your mat up so it can dry completely between uses, and wash it at least once every week, or even more frequently if it tends to stay damp, develops a musty odor, or if someone in your household already has a foot fungus issue. The fungi responsible for athlete's foot absolutely love warm, moist environments, and they spread easily through contaminated floors, shared towels, and other communal surfaces. So remember this: take good care of your body, and your body will take good care of you in return. Now take a look at this right here. This humble little sponge you use every day might actually be one of the filthiest items in your entire kitchen. It stays perpetually wet, trapping food scraps, greasy residues, and harmful bacteria, and then you wipe that same sponge all over your dishes, your sink, and your countertops, spreading those germs around. For optimal hygiene, you should replace your kitchen sponge every 2 to 3 weeks, or even sooner if it starts to smell unpleasant, feels slimy to the touch, or begins to fall apart. You should also toss it immediately if it has come into contact with raw meat juices. After each use, rinse it out thoroughly, squeeze out as much water as possible, and allow it to dry completely between uses, because a simple quick rinse does not actually make it clean. And here's another related tip: never put your utensils back into the drawer while they are still wet. That trapped moisture creates an environment that encourages bacterial growth, unpleasant odors, and even rust on certain types of metals. Instead, let your utensils air dry completely before you store them away. It's a small, simple kitchen habit, but it goes a long way in keeping your cooking space cleaner and safer for everyone. Make it a great day. Now let's move to the living room. Your television remote control may very well be one of the dirtiest objects in your entire living space. Just pause and think about how many times you handle it while you're eating, coughing, using your phone, coming inside from outdoors, or lounging on the couch, and then consider how rarely it actually gets cleaned. Over time, oils from your fingers, crumbs from snacks, settled dust, and germs all accumulate around the buttons and get passed from one person to the next. To clean it safely, start by removing the batteries first, then lightly dampen a soft cloth with an electronic safe disinfectant and gently wipe down the surface, being very careful not to let any liquid seep into the openings. Use a cotton swab to clean carefully around the buttons. Let the remote dry completely and make it a point to clean it regularly, especially if multiple people in your household are touching it on a daily basis. If you truly want to stay healthy, this is something you absolutely need to do. Make it a great day. And finally, take a moment to think about everywhere the bottoms of your shoes have traveled: public restrooms, parking lots, city sidewalks, grocery stores, and all kinds of dirty outdoor surfaces. Your shoe soles can easily pick up harmful bacteria such as E. coli and Staphylococcus, and then track those germs right onto your floors and carpets. Now, it's true that these germs usually won't make you sick just by being on the floor, but they can reach your body in other ways. For instance, when a young child crawls around on that floor, when a pet lies down there, or when you touch the floor and then later touch your mouth or your food. To prevent this, make it a firm rule to take your outdoor shoes off at the door, use a separate pair of indoor slippers for inside the house, and clean your entryway area on a regular basis. This is one of the simplest and most effective habits you can establish to keep the outside world from spreading all throughout your home.